Assalamualaikum and hello, I bid to all my fellow friends. First of all, we are from group 10. We will be represent about the IR absorption of carboxylic acid. So, what is carboxylic acid? Carboxylic acid is a class of organic compound in which carbon atom is bonded to an oxygen atom by a double bond and to a hydroxy group by a single bond. And also, a fourth bond links the carbon atom either to a hydrogen or some other univalent combining group. As you can see from the slide, this is the chemical structure of carboxylic acid, where the carbonyl group and also the hydroxy group are present in this carboxylic acid. So, everyone, I think you already know what is the chemical structure for carboxylic acid. Then, we will be moving on to the next slide, which is about the IR spectra of the carboxylic acid. Okay, as you can see from the slide, which is the functional group that present is the OH group, which form stretching spectrum in the IR spectra. And the intensity of the spectrum is strong, which lies in the range of 2500 to 3300. Then the second one is the functional group of C double bond O, which also form stretching spectrum in the IR spectra, and the intensity of the spectrum is also strong. And this functional group lies in the range of 1690 to 1760. Okay, then as for the third one, which is the functional group of C single bond O, also form stretching spectrum in the IR spectra of carboxylic acid, and the intensity of this spectrum is medium to strong intensity, which lies in the range of 1210 to 1320. Therefore, the last part is the functional group of OH group, which is form the bending of the spectrum in the IR spectra, and also the intensity of the spectrum is medium. So the range for this OH bending is around 1395 to 1440.
As you can see in example 1 for hexanoic acid. Hexanoic acid contains a carbonyl group and a hydroxyl group. The hydroxyl group, or the OH stretching, can be observed at a peak range of 2971, where we observe a broad spectrum. Furthermore, the compound also shows a C double bond O stretching that occurred at the 1721 range, whereby a narrow spectrum can be seen for the C double bond O group. Adding in other small spectra that can be observed in the 1419 range and 1296 range for the OH bending and CO stretching respectively. Next is example 2 for ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid also contains a carbonyl group and a hydroxyl group. The hydroxyl group, or the OH stretch, can be observed at the peak range of 3000, where we observe a broad spectrum. Furthermore, the compound also shows a C double bond O stretching that occurred at the 1750 range, whereby a narrow spectrum can be seen for the C double bond O group. Adding in other small spectra that can also be observed in the 1400 range and 1300 range for the OH bending and CO stretching respectively.